This is my Kindle. I have 23 ebooks on here that I don't think I've ever talked about unless I have finished reading it. I always do a book haul for my paperbacks, so today I thought I would do a book haul for the books that I have acquired over the years as ebooks. The first two books on here are Wuthering Heights and Jane Eyre by the Bronte sisters. I have the paperback versions of these books as well, but because these are classics and they really scare me, I thought that I would acquire the ebook versions of it as well. And these were really cheap. Like, I think I got both of these books at 70 rupees each. That is like one of the best things about classics on as ebooks, because they are really cheap on Amazon or any other platform that you like. The next book is Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. This book has been sitting on my Kindle for like over 2 years now, I think, and I just cannot bring myself to read this because I don't think I see any progress when I'm reading this. So recently I acquired the paperback version of it just so that I can see progress, because it has like such a beautiful concept and I do want to read it. Hopefully this year will be the year of Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. Next book I have on here is The Betrayals by Bridget Collins. I have read The Binding by her and I really liked it. People often say that The Binding reminded them of a Ghibli movie, and I kind of agree for the first half at least. The second half was a little bit more thrilling and not so like a Ghibli movie, at least not according to me. But I really loved that book. It had such beautiful characters, such a unique plot and a unique plot twist. And yeah, I just loved everything about that book. And I'm really excited to read The Betrayals as well. Next is a book that I have acquired very recently, and that is American Psycho. This is kind of like a cult classic as a book and a movie. I haven't read either the book or watched the movie, so it is kind of like new to me. I want to see what people are raving about, because American Psycho, at least the clips that I have seen on Instagram of the movie, they are really unhinged. So I am kind of curious to know why people like this book so much and why it is a cult classic as a book and a movie. Next book is To the Lighthouse by Virginia Woolf. I actually had the paperback of it a few years back, but because I was younger, I did not know how to read classics or literary fictions or anything that was not fantasy or romance. I sold it. Yes, I sold the book. But then I saw a few quotes on Instagram and Tumblr, and I again got curious about this book, and I just wanted to get familiar with Virginia Woolf's writing. So I thought that To the Lighthouse would be a really good option for that. But it has been, I think, over a year now that it has been sitting on my Kindle, because I just cannot bring myself to read it. Next is Red Queen. I don't know anything about this book. I think this is translated into English from Spanish, I want to say. I don't really know, I'm sorry. But yeah, I think this is like a translated fiction. And I bought this because it had the word Red Queen in it. I love Alice in Wonderland, and Red Queen kind of reminded me of it. Also, there was a sale going on and it was being sold at 100 rupees. So next I have is Writers and Lovers. I heard people saying that this book reminded them a lot of Normal People, and Normal People is one of my favorite books ever. So naturally I had to buy this and read this. So far I have only bought it. I haven't exactly read it. I will, because I did start it and I really liked the first line of this book. Like, I'll read it to you. I have a pact with myself not to think about money in the morning. I'm like a teenager trying not to think about sex. But I'm also trying not to think about sex or Luke or death, which means not thinking about my mother, who died on vacation last winter. There are so many things I can't think about in order to write in the morning. This line really intrigued me, and I am really excited to figure out how this compares to Normal People, as well as how it is as an individual novel, because I really think that I would like this book a lot. Next I have is Betty. I saw a lot of people saying that this was a 5-star read for them, and when I saw that it was on sale, I bought it on a whim because I wanted to see what the hype was all about. Next I have Anne of Green Gables. This is a children's classic. It is also the book that inspired Anne of Green Gables. I haven't watched the show or read the book, so I think I would start by reading the book first and then I'll see what the show is all about. Then I have These Violent Delights. I was actually really excited to read this because it was being recommended when Dark Academia was trending on all the platforms, and along with The Secret History and If We Were Villains, this book was also being recommended by almost all the creators, I think. It is still underrated, but I do see this book a lot in the Dark Academia themed book recommendations, so I bought it. But then I didn't read it because buying a book is more important than reading it. Next I have here is The Wolf and the Woodsman by Eva Reid. I read Juniper and Thorn by her and I adored the writing, the story, the setting, environment, everything about that book was just stunning to me. So I bought another book by her. M Train by Patti Smith, because Just Kids was one of my favorite books of last year, and this book is about coffee and nothing and just roaming around here and there, and I just think that that is kind of like my vibe right now. Then I have Briefly A Delicious Life, another book that I don't know anything about, and I bought it solely because it was being sold at a discount. Then I have the duology of Celestial Kingdom, Daughter of the Moon Goddess and Heart of the Sun Warrior. This is kind of like a high fantasy series and it had the word moon goddess, so I bought it. Then I have Fellowship of the Ring. This is the first part in the Lord of the Rings series and it is a really popular series, so obviously I want to read it. Next book is The End of Loneliness. I bought this because I thought that I hadn't seen this book anywhere. It was like, new book and underrated read, because the cover of the ebook is different than the one that I was seeing all over Instagram. Then I realized that no, everyone had already read it and everyone was talking about it. So it is kind of like a hyped up book. It kind of broke my heart because I thought that I was the one who discovered this book, but no, apparently everyone has already read it. Next is Crying in H Mart. This is a non-fiction book, a memoir that I bought after I finished reading Just Kids by Patti Smith, because I was in the mood to read more non-fiction books, more memoirs, and I haven't read it yet. Then I have the Kamogawa Food Detectives duology, like the first two books, that is the Kamogawa Food Detectives and the Lost Recipes of Food. No, the Restaurant of Lost Recipes. These are books to read if you liked Before the Coffee Gets Cold, or if you like the cozy Korean or Japanese literature which contains like these short stories set in the same setting which are interrelated and also relatable to your life as well. So these are the books that I really enjoy sometimes, so I bought it so as fillers of a book. The last book is The Shadow of the Wind. This is my current read and I am really enjoying it. It is a book about stories within stories. I can see Erin Morgenstern being inspired by the Labyrinth of books, because The Starless Sea is one of my favorite books. I have said this a lot many times, and that book is about books, about stories within stories, about how there is this labyrinth of books underground and there is a maze of books in this book as well. So I can see if she was inspired by this book or not. But yeah, these were the ebooks that I have yet to read. Hopefully I will read it all very soon. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.